We often think that real transformation has to be this huge, dramatic event. But what if it's not? What if it's actually way smaller? What if it's just the sum of one good day that you repeat over and over? Today, we're going to break down the blueprint of a single successful day just to see what true sustainable change actually looks like. So let's get right into the core philosophy.
And it all starts right here. Seriously, forget about waiting for motivation, forget some grand moment of inspiration. The single most powerful thing you can do, it's just to show up. See, this isn't about being perfect, it's about being present. This one line is the entire philosophy in a nutshell, and it's such a powerful way to frame your efforts. You showed up. That's the win.
So where does this showing up actually begin? Well, it starts the moment you wake up. We're going to look at the morning not as some slow ramp up to the day, but as your very first opportunity to secure a victory and set the entire tone for everything that follows.
Now this right here, this is such a powerful concept. Your day can begin with something incredibly simple, a glass of warm water. So, is the water itself magical? Nope. But the act of doing it, that small intentional choice, that's your first rep in the gym of discipline. Think about it. It's a tiny promise you keep to yourself, building a foundation of self-trust before you've even left the house.
And from that first simple act, we build momentum with a really clear sequence. First, you hydrate. Easy enough. Second, you move your body. Get the blood flowing, shake off the sleep, and just prime yourself for the day. But third, and listen, this is crucial, you push a little harder. Now, this doesn't mean you need to do an Olympic-level workout. It just means finding your edge for a moment and leaning into it. You're basically teaching your mind and body that the theme for today is effort.
And this is why all of that matters. Each one of those morning actions is like a single brick. And yeah, one brick isn't much on its own, but day by day, you're not just having a few good mornings, you're literally building a fortress of consistency. That rhythm, that daily practice, that is the real prize. Okay, so let's see how this momentum builds into the core of the day. That morning energy is awesome, but it's not going to last forever on its own. To keep it going, we have to be really strategic about how we fuel both our body and our focus. This is where we shift from just activating to really executing.
Now look at this. This isn't just a meal plan, it's a performance strategy. I want you to notice the purpose behind each meal. Breakfast is all about clean fuel, something protein-heavy to give you sustained energy without that sugar spike and crash. The snack, it isn't a cheat, it's a tool, a way to control cravings with something simple like fruit or nuts. And lunch is all about balanced energy to avoid that dreaded afternoon slump. Every single thing you eat has a job to do.
10. Just the number 10. What is this? 10 reps? 10 tasks to complete? Maybe 10 minutes of meditation? Actually, it's one of the most important anchors of the entire day, and it's deceptively simple.
And here it is. This is the power of having a non-negotiable rule. This 10-minute walk isn't optional. It's not something you do if you have time. No, it's a hard-coded part of your day's operating system. It resets your mind, it helps with digestion, and most importantly, it's another one of those simple acts of discipline that keeps your momentum going right through that afternoon energy dip.
All right, so we've executed through the day. Now it's time to shift gears. The evening isn't just the time before you fall asleep. It's a critical phase for intentional recovery. Trust me, how you end your day is just as important as how you start it.
This slide shows a really crucial mental shift. See, during the day, food is fuel for energy, for output. But in the evening, the purpose completely changes. Now food becomes fuel for recovery. And that means you have to think totally differently about what you're putting into your body as the day winds down.
So what does recovery fuel even look like? Well, something light, like green tea or maybe some roasted chana. The goal here is just to give your body what it needs to repair itself without burdening it with heavy digestion overnight. It all comes down to this one core principle. You have to actively respect your recovery. It's not just a passive state, it's an active process you need to support.
And so we land here, at the end of the day. This is probably the most important lesson of all. Just notice the wording. It wasn't a perfect day. Maybe the workout felt tough, maybe a craving was a little stronger than usual. You know what? It doesn't matter. The victory isn't in perfection. The victory is in the consistency. You finished. You completed the day. That is the win.
So there you have it. We've deconstructed the blueprint of one successful day. A day built on purpose, on intention, and on consistency. The only question that's left is the one right there on your screen. Now that you have the framework, what will your day 7 look like?
Hit like, drop a share, and subscribe for more.